And I think mentorship is like a really important part of our practice, and that's quite different than I think than a lot of other businesses in architecture. Sometimes it can be a little bit sterile and cold, and I find when we have moments of joy. This morning we were laughing about Zorro as a character that with Z's on the wall anyway, and so we work very hard, but we also really love to kind of have a bit of joy and laughter, and everyone has unique personalities in the business. And one of the things I really like to do is celebrate everyone's personality, and not kind of nitpick anyone's ideas. It's really about collaboration. And Joyce and I were working on a project together in Piedmont, and we're all very busy. Everything's happening. And I was saying, "Oh, Joyce, can you help me out with this project in Piedmont? We need to think about the design and continue to improve it." And I can't remember exactly what you said, Joyce. But, it was something like, we were kind of unsure of what the next step was to take. And I said, "Joyce, you're an amazing designer. You can do this." And then the amazing thing about that was, so I left it to Joyce. She went off on a journey. And I came back and she had this beautiful idea, really amazing idea about the public domain and these wonderful curves. And I think that's the strength of mentorship, is to give someone an opportunity and for them to really take on to that and achieve an amazing outcome. So I just wanted to hear from Joyce on that, just what that process was like for you, being in the client presentation. I don't know if there's anything to learn from that.
I think definitely it was a great opportunity to sort of experience situations that you're not usually able to take part in, just in an office environment. So I think being able to sit on the client meeting and seeing their reaction to our design was really exciting and really encouraging as well. I actually only fairly recently joined in 2024. So it's been a year and a bit. And
Joyce and I have known each other for quite a while. I actually taught Joyce at UNSW.
Yeah.
So how long ago was that?
That was 2019, so it was 6 years ago. Yeah, no, but it's been great. I think a really, key part of the practice is because our roles are so flexible. We get to touch on various aspects of a project. So there's definitely an exponential growth curve there, and it's great to see how each of the projects are progressing, and also touch on different, parts of the DA design, construction documentation. I think it's given a lot of context to a lot of the academic side of things you learn at uni versus how it's actually put into practice here at RK Architects.
Yeah, I remember Joyce when I was teaching her in the second year.
Yes, second year.
Yeah, second year at UNSW. She had this amazing design. I remember always saying to Joyce, "This is really amazing." So I was like, "Oh yeah, it's okay." And I think it's really important to kind of support really amazing up and coming designers and architects, and seeing that talent and saying, "Oh, I hope there's an opportunity." I try and help Joyce at university and support her ideas, and then she comes into the business and I support her in growth and she supports the project ideas. So it's kind of it's a really wonderful relationship of mentorship and kind of family. It's really positive, everyone makes mistakes, and I notice in some businesses people can really get quite negative about a mistake, but often that's a learning experience, and I don't like to kind of discipline people. I much prefer to celebrate the successes and allow people to kind of grow and test out ideas. And so that Piedmont one was an amazing example. I felt like it was here's an opportunity, and Joyce stepped up and created something I could have never imagined. So I think that's an element of a really good business is, okay, here's your opportunity, and allowing people to have those successes.
Thank you for Cheers, Jesse.
That's okay.